from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
A look at the candidates for the Fairfield District Supervisor seat and the parents of Lucia Bremer speak out. We'll tell you about those stories and more in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Monday, October 30th, 2023. It's brought to you today by Richmond Volleyball Club.
And now for the news.
The parents of Lucia Bremer, a 13-year-old student at Quioccasin Middle School who was shot and killed while walking home from school 2 years ago, made public comments on Thursday supporting the Henrico School Board's legislative priorities for school and student safety. Jonathan and Meredith Bremer wrote to the school board stating their strong support for the Safe Schools and Student Wellness section of the board's 2024 priority list, which board members approved at their Thursday meeting. The Bremers specifically emphasized the item about promoting legislation to enhance the safe storage of weapons and parental accountability. Their daughter was fatally shot March 26, 2021 by a 14-year-old student while she was walking back from the Godwin High School soccer fields with a friend. Her killer, Dylan Williams, is now 16 and used the gun of the 52-year-old man he was living with, Richard Pierce. Pierce was charged in October of that year for contributing to the delinquency of a minor after authorities alleged that the gun Williams used was not properly secured in the home, but Pierce ultimately was found not guilty in January of the following year when a Henrico judge said that there was insufficient evidence for a conviction. In their letter to the school board, the Bremers wrote, quote, "Unfortunately, Lucia's killer bringing a handgun onto school property was not an isolated incident. Since that day, we have heard of an alarming number of students who have brought guns onto HCPS properties across the county. We know that many of those weapons were obtained by students from their own homes. For each of those incidents, there is a parent or guardian who made a serious miscalculation about the storage of their weapon," end quote. We've got much more on this story right now on our website, henricocitizen.com, from our education reporter, Leanna Hardy. Well, Election Day is just 8 days away now, and this week we continue to spotlight all the local elections happening in Henrico County. If you missed it on Friday, we focused on the Fairfield District Supervisors race. It's a three-person race between Roscoe Cooper, the current Fairfield District School Board representative, Delta Bowers, a longtime educator and community advocate, and James Bo Middleton, the founder of the Southside Community Development and Housing Corporation. We've got an in-depth look at those three candidates along with a 10-question Q&A that each candidate responded to. You'll want to check that out today on our website and learn more about where they stand on the issues that matter to you. Back in 2016, Henrico County officials created the Addiction Task Force, a group focused on proactively lowering fatal overdoses. Last year, the county experienced 78 fatal overdoses from illicit drugs, more than double the number of motor vehicle deaths and also double the number of homicides in the county. The task force met again in 2020 to reflect upon information that it had gathered from police and mental health professionals about the effects of opioid use in the county. It also used that information to complete a report to set in place a plan for addiction recovery countywide. The onset of the COVID-19 pandemic threw those plans for a bit of a loop, but now officials have reconvened and they have plans for how they will proceed into the future. We've got a complete report about the task force and what it's planning right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. Be sure to check that out today. And a milestone last week for the new Henrico Sports and Events Center at Virginia Center, which held its first event, Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Media Day. Coaches, players, and administrators from the Atlantic 10's 15 universities gathered at the facility, which will host the A10's Women's Basketball Championship Tournament in March and the following March. The arena drew rave reviews from those in attendance, and you can read more about last week's event on our website, henricocitizen.com, from our partners at WTVR TV6. Keep your kids jumping all year long with the Richmond Volleyball Club's Jumpin' Juniors program. Jump in Juniors is for kids 4 through 12 and is a 6-week program focused on developing volleyball skills while having fun. Registration for the winter sessions is opening soon. Check it out at www.rvc.net. The Richmond Volleyball Club has been serving Metro Richmond since 1981.